Good morning. It's Give Something Away Day. Is there anything to give away? Clean out the closet. There's a lot of stuff at the house to give away. We'll see. All right. Local read for this next segment. We've got 2 minutes till the next segment. Here we go. We're going to do Hot Summer Nights. Wednesdays, July 17th. It's going to be Wednesdays, July 17th, 24th, and 31st from 6 to 9:30 p.m. During summer nights, Nevada City's historic landmark district is closed to vehicles and filled with art, food, classic cars, and music. You'll find dozens of vendors, 5 stages of entertainment, kids' activities, including a bounce house and face painting, and a whole lot more. You can find out more at nevadacitychamber.com. That's nevadacitychamber.com. Need to pull up the weather here because we got to see what it's going to look like here. Loomis. Let's do Loomis. Okay. All right. Okay. Newcastle, Forest Hill. I see you. Loomis, 64. It's great. Lower temperatures than last time. All right. 13 seconds, Adam. Wellness.com. Hey, good Monday morning to you. It is July 15th, and it is 14 minutes past the top of the hour, 6:14 a.m. And hey, good morning to you, Loomis. Currently 64 degrees where you're at right now, looking for a high today of 97 degrees. All right, let's turn it over now, as we do, to the Fox Business Report. Ugh. Whoa. What should we play for this? Big Blue. Okay. Okay. Sure, that's something you want to brag about. What are you doing Sunday, baby? What are you doing Sunday, baby? 16 minutes past the top of the hour, 6:16 a.m. Hey, let's talk about another event for the calendar. It's Hot Summer Nights. It's going to be a series of 3 Wednesday nights. The first one is kicking off this Wednesday, July 17th. It's going to be from 6 to 9:30 p.m. in downtown Nevada City. This event is free. That's a great price to head out for. It's going to be for all ages, and it's going to be, again, this Wednesday the 17th and next the 24th and the 31st from 6 to 9:30 p.m. During summer nights, Nevada City's landmark historic district is closed to vehicles and filled with arts, food, drink, classic cars, and music. You'll find dozens of vendors, 5 stages of entertainment, kids' activities, including a bounce house and face painting, and a whole lot more. You can find out more information at nevadacitychamber.com. That's nevadacitychamber.com. Again, it's the Hot Summer Nights. It's going to be the first one is this Wednesday, July 17th, and then it'll be again on the 24th and the 31st from 6 to 9:30 p.m. in downtown Nevada City. It's free. It's for all ages. You can find out more at nevadacitychamber.com, nevadacitychamber.com. Back right after this. Where she finds this music. So interesting.
Climate change is here, and so are the health issues caused by extreme weather. Respiratory illness triggered by wildfire smoke, heart problems worsened by heat waves, infections spread by floodwaters. So AmeriCares is helping clinics across the country adapt. Climate is changing, but let's work together. Join us and protect your health. Learn how at americares.org/climate. Climate is changing, so is AmeriCares.
18 minutes past the top of the hour, 6:18 a.m. Coming up in our next segment, Sports Ball. We'll check out all of the events and a whole lot more. Off now to America's First News, and I'll see you back here at the bottom of the hour. Yeah, I guess I should have looked up what sports ball we were going to be covering. Okay, let's do sports scores. A's. Oh, whoa. A's versus the Lawrence Butler goes yard 3 times for the A's in their win over the Phillies, 18-3. Good gracious sakes alive. Dodgers versus the Tigers. Tigers win that one. Tigers take that one 4-3. Padres, Giants. Twins. Giants versus the Twins. Giants take that one 3-2. Yes. Little League HR walks it off for the Giants.
The former president said in his social media post earlier Sunday he was going to delay his trip by 2 days because of the attempted assassination, but quote, "We decided that I can't allow a shooter or potential assassin to force change in scheduling or anything else." Activists gathering in Milwaukee say they'll continue their long-awaited plans for marches and rallies. Omar Flores represents the March on
Okay, San Francisco Giants. Do we have video? The walk-off.
For many years, we know exactly how to de-escalate, and we're feeling very confident when we're coming into this. We have over 100 marshals that are trained in de-escalation, people that do have experience at like encampments and other intense situations. We have over 30 medics that are actually medically trained. These are not just random people on the street. These are people with healthcare experience. And so these are all preparations that we had before the news yesterday. For the past 2 years, all across this country, we pulled together a broad grouping of community organizations, unions, students, immigrant rights, LGBTQ, anti-war groups, and many others. We have not had safety issues at any of our several marches or events. We look forward to our family-friendly march tomorrow.
Trump told the Washington Examiner that he's on Thursday the presumptive Republican presidential nominee says he'll for a new effort national unity, noting that people from different political views have called on him. Several of his workers have called for Trump to turn it down. With around 350,000 homes and businesses still without power in the Houston area, almost a week after Hurricane Beryl hit Texas, Governor Greg Abbott Sunday said he's demanding an investigation into the response of the area, as well as answers about its preparations for upcoming storms. Power companies along the Gulf Coast must be prepared to deal with hurricanes. To state the obvious, early appearances, however, suggest that some power companies are not adequately prepared for a hurricane like Beryl. Centerport, in particular, has repeatedly failed to deliver power to customers for extended periods. To accelerate that process, to make sure that we look into
KAHI Radio.
and what must be done to
KAHI Radio.
I am sending a letter to Thomas Gleason today. Thomas Gleason is the
Hi, Mary.
of the Public Utilities Commission.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't. Thank you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hey, Mary. 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 I can say no. Thank you, Mary. AKA a recording. Okay. So we're not finding anything there for the Giants walk-off. Auburn lost forces if game in NorCal State Tournament. Auburn Little League lost to Turlock American 7-2 on Thursday night and will play the Section 6 representative in an if game tonight at 6 p.m. When was this? Played an if game for the Northern California Senior Baseball Tournament Championship at Gilroy Sports Park. The champion advances to the West Region Tournament at Laney College in Oakland beginning Tuesday, July 16th. Auburn Senior All-Stars representing Section 4. Okay. Okay. So we'll do that bit right there. Man, I wish I could have found video of the walk-off. Posey's walk-off. Or Yaz's, not Posey. Yaz. 16 hours ago. Posey, Bumgarner. 2-3-2. Oh, yeah. Way the end of the first half, but they didn't put any replay. All right. That's not going to happen.
At the box office, Rue and Mickey celebrating the second week in first place, while a small horror movie called Long Legs upset the star of $100 million flight to the moon. His eyes at stake. The supremacy of despicable people was hardly a surprise, as the Universal illumination was at $44.7 million, which fell over the $200 million mark. Long Legs, meanwhile, an original horror about a serial killer starring Michael Rowe and Nicolas Cage, made an estimated $22.6 million. That is the best ever start for indie outfit Neon, which acquired the $10 million film for distribution.
Isn't it scary being already an FBI agent? Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. And kill them.
$100 million flight to the moon, and Apple original films production launched with just $10 million in the which trailed Overlords, Inside Out 2 in third place with $20 million, and A Quiet Place Day 1 in fourth place with $11.8 million. And Asian shares began the week trading nicely as China reported its economy expanded at a slower than forecast 4.7% annual pace in the last quarter. Markets even taking stride with shooting at the rally of former President Donald Trump. Friday in Wall Street, U.S. stocks rose after mixed signals on big thanks profits and inflation did little within Wall Street's belief that easy interest rates are on the way.
All right. Giant win. Yaz has a HR walks it off with a home run for the Giant. Mariners versus the Angels. Angels fly away with that one. Padres versus the Braves. Braves stick that one out. No, I don't know. I like that. D-back versus the Blue Jays. Ooh, set my timer. Okay, here we go. All right, Adam, you're going to be up. Pro 0-0 5-3. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Extreme. Powered by science. All-Star game tomorrow. Oh. Ooh, this is going to be a slow news week, or sports ball week. Powered by science at the All-Star break. Giants. Oh, there he is. What the heck? There we go. Power science. 3 seconds, Adam. And good Monday morning to you. It is July 15th, and it is right smack dab at the bottom of the hour, 6:30 a.m. And hey, good morning to you, Shingle Springs. Currently 63 degrees where you're at right now. Looking for a high today of 95 degrees. Holy smokes, there's the sports ball music. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with the A's versus the Phillies. A's show up big time. Lawrence Butler goes yard 3 times for the A's, and that pays off. A's take that one 18-3. My goodness gracious. That's a day where you're like, all right, we'll take that one. A's 18-3 over the Phillies. They have today off. We've got the All-Star break happening right now, so that is a great way to head into the second half of the season. All-Star game is tomorrow, Tuesday, July 16th, and the A's will be off Wednesday and Thursday, and then they will start a home series against the Angels on Friday the 19th. We'll keep you up to date with all the times there, but A's starting a very way to go to enter the second half of the season there. 18-3 over the Phillies. Giants versus Twins. Yes, Yastrzemski walks it off with an HR for the Giants. They win that one 3-2 over the Twins. Angels versus the Mariners. Angels on top there 3-2. They fly away with that one. Padres versus the Braves. Braves take that one 6-3. Blue Jays versus the D-backs. Ooh, that was a close one. Blue Jays just on top there. Fly away with that one 8-7. Astros versus the Rangers. Rangers on top there 4-2. Dodgers versus the Tigers. Here we go. As a Giants fan, I got to celebrate when the Dodgers don't win. Dodgers lose that one. Tigers take that one 4-3. Going locally here in the Auburn Journal, tracking the progress of the Auburn seniors. Auburn lost forces if game in NorCal State Tournament. Auburn Little League lost to Turlock American 7-2 on Thursday night. will play the Section 6 representative in an if game for the Northern California Senior Baseball Tournament Championship at Gilroy State Park. The champion advances to the West Regional Tournament at Laney College in Oakland beginning Tuesday, July 16th. So we'll keep you up to date on how the Auburn Seniors Little League team is doing. Man, these guys are going far in the state championship. We'll keep you up to date with all of that. Back right after this. All right, Timmy, you're up. Plus a healthy dose of daily dad jokes. You're on FM 104.5 and AM 950 KAHI, the voice of the foothills. I never miss it, and neither should you. My goodness, it's early. "34 minutes past the top of the hour, 6:34 a.m. Coming up in our next segment, we'll have your California Ag Report. We'll have your KAHI News. Back now to America's First News. I'll see you back here in just a little bit. Okay, off now to practice the news.
Yesterday, shooting in the Congressman Friday Pennsylvania calls out all of us to take a step back. Take stock of where we are. How we go forward from here. Thankfully, former Trump is not seriously injured. I spoke to him last night. I'm grateful. He's doing well. And Joe and I keep him and his family in our prayers. We're also extending our deepest condolences to the family of the victims who was killed. Corey was a husband, father, volunteer firefighter, hero, sheltering his family from those bullets. We should all hold his family, all those injured. Earlier today, I spoke about an ongoing investigation. We do not know the motive of the shooter yet. We don't know his opinions or affiliations. We don't know whether he had help or support, or if he communicated with anyone. Tonight, I want to speak to what we do know. The former president was shot. American citizen killed while simply exercising his freedom to support the candidate of his choosing. We cannot, must not abandon this movement. We try to put forth others. Violence has never been easy.
Politicians say not to politicize shootings right after they happen. Trump's potential VP, Trade Senator J.D. Vance, did just that, saying Biden's ready for the attempt. And House Speaker Mike Johnson called for the temperature to be turned down. Come down.
When my colleagues go out, Democrat colleagues, and say democracy will end, the republic will be in an emergency stage if Donald Trump runs for president, it's just not true. It's not an election. And when they say that kind of rhetoric and they beat it up like that, there are people out there that take these things to heart and they act upon them. Politicians are not responsible for that. But we do have a responsibility to be responsible. I mean, asking for much. Let's just dial the rhetoric down. Let's have a vigorous debate. That's what our country's built upon. But we have to see one another as fellow Americans and authentic.
I do want to point out, just for fairness, I'm not going to get arguing about this, but the former president himself has also used that narrative. He said on June 27th, Joe Biden is a threat to democracy, a threat to the survival, the existence of our country itself. That's certainly the same kind of language.
Listen, everybody is prone to overstatement, okay?
Jonathan Ryan on CNN. Many others on Fox News tried to blame the shooting on DEI and women and the Secret Service instead of the gunman and the political violence. While the details of the shootings don't remain clear, the violence is a further cage of what was once unacceptable, if not unethical, in American society has become painfully commonplace. The Hamas on Sunday said Gaza ceasefire talks were ongoing, and the group's military commander was in good health. The day after the Israeli military targeted Mohammed with a massive airstrike, local health officials have killed at least 90 people, including children. He's issuing a still unclear after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Saturday that there still isn't absolute certainty he was killed. Hamas representatives gave no evidence to back up their assertion about the health of the chief architect of the October 7th attack that sparked the war. This killing would mark the highest profile assassination of any Hamas leader in Israel since the war began. Hamas rejected the idea that mediated ceasefire discussions had been suspended. Jury deliberations are set to resume today in the bribery trial of Senator Bob Menendez in New York City. A jury that began deliberations Friday with 3 hours of work is slated to resume in the morning in Manhattan. The 70-year-old has denied charges that he engaged in a bribery scheme from 2018 to 2023 to benefit 3 New Jersey businessmen, including by serving as a foreign agent for the government of Egypt. He and 2 businessmen who allegedly paid him bribes in gold and cash had pleaded not guilty. As he left court Friday, Menendez told reporters, "I have God and the truth." Turning to sports this morning, and a year ago in the Wimbledon final against Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz got off to a slow start, dropping the opening set and needed 5 to claim his first championship at the All England Club. Sunday's rematch began with a game that felt monumental, 20 points across nearly 15 minutes, portending an engrossing back-and-forth contest and a long one. There were moments of brilliance from both. Alcaraz, though, was better, just as it would be for nearly all of the next 2 hours, adding up to a 6-2, 6-2, 7-6 victory over Djokovic for his second consecutive Wimbledon title and 4th Grand Slam in all at the age of just 21 years old.
Honestly, it is a dream for me winning this trophy. I think an interview when I was 12 or 11 years old, I said that my dream is to win my long. So I'm fulfilling my dream. I want to keep going. But obviously, it's a great feeling to play in this world, to lead this amazing trophy. I'm going to say, or I said it before, that for me, this is the most beautiful tournament, the most beautiful tour, and obviously the most beautiful.
You're the 6th man in history in the Open era to do what we call the double, winning Roland Garros on the clay courts and then here at Wimbledon on the grass courts. That's an extraordinary achievement to go on both surfaces. Just how do you do it?
Well, I think that's fighting, believing. I don't know. It's a huge honor for me to be part of those players who have achieved Roland Garros and Wimbledon the same year. Really glad to be the same table as to do it. Huge champions. I'm not considering myself a champion yet, but I'm trying to.
I don't think they agree.
Not the same. But I'm trying to keep going, to keep building my journey, and it's a huge honor for me.
Djokovic, who had knee surgery less than a month and a half ago, was hoping to tie Federer's men's record of 8 Wimbledon titles and become the first player in tennis history to win 25 Grand Slam tournaments.
I mean, yes, obviously not the result that I wanted, and of course, especially the first couple of sets, the level of tennis that wasn't up to par really for myself. But I mean, credit to Carlos for really playing some amazing tennis, very complete tennis from back of the court, serve. I mean, he had it all today. I tried to push him, save the 3 match points and extended the match a little bit, but it wasn't meant to be. Really, he was an absolutely deserved winner today. So huge congratulations to him for everything you've done so far. Only 21 years of age is incredible. So keep it going. We'll see a lot of you, I'm sure.
Missing volleys he usually makes, Jokovic won just 27 or 53 points when he went to the net. Sometimes it was clearly outmatched by the 21-year-old. Former NFL receiver Jacoby Jones, whose 108-yard kickoff return in 2013 remains the longest touchdown in Super Bowl history, has passed away. He was only 40 years old. The Houston Texans, whom Jones played for the first 5 seasons of his career, announced his death on Sunday. In a statement released by the NFL Players Association, his family said he died at his home in New Orleans. The cause of death was not given. Jones played from 2007 to 2015 for the Texans, Ravens, San Diego Chargers, and Pittsburgh Steelers. He made several huge plays for the Ravens during their most recent Super Bowl title season. He was a key part of Baltimore's mile-high miracle playoff game at Denver in 2013, catching a 70-yard touchdown pass with 31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter to tie the score. The Ravens eventually won in double overtime. And Lionel Messi was forced to watch much of the second half in extra time because of a leg injury. Still, Argentina won its second straight Copa America championship, beating Colombia 1-0 Sunday night on Lautaro Martinez's 112th minute goal. Messi appeared to sustain a non-contact injury while running and falling in the 64th minute. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner covered his face with his hands and sat on the bench and sobbed. Martinez later ran to that bench to hug his 37-year-old captain after the goal and propelled Argentina to its record 16th Copa title. Coming up on America's First News, the latest in the investigation into the 20-year-old man who attempted to assassinate former President Donald Trump, right here on America's First News. Good Monday morning. With Matt Ray. Can you believe all the
Free swag, free event. This is a free event for the Auburn Quail Trail, the launch party. It's going to be Sunday, August 4th. Kickoff is at 9 a.m. It's going to be at the Armed Forces Pavilion and Community Garden here in Auburn. That's at 995 Lincoln Way. There's going to be lights, music, refreshments, fun for all ages. The guided walks, that's what the Quail Trail is all about. There's going to be free Auburn Quail Trail swag. So again, the official Auburn Quail Trail launch party is Sunday, August 4th, 2024. Kickoff time is at 9 a.m. 20 seconds, Adam. Here we go. 10 seconds. And good Monday morning to you. It is July 15th, and it is 15 minutes to the top of the hour, 6:45 a.m. here at FM 104.5, AM 950 KAHI, voice of the foothills. And hey, good morning to you, Colfax. Currently, it is 68 degrees right now, looking for a high today of 93 degrees. A heck of a lot better than the temperatures we were seeing this time last week. All right, let's talk about another event for the calendar. We've got the official Auburn Quail Trail launch party. That is happening Sunday, August 4th. It's going to kick off at 9 a.m. in the morning. Where the heck is this going to be at? Well, I'll tell you. It's going to be at the Armed Forces Pavilion and Community Garden. That's at 995 Lincoln Way in Auburn, California. That's great, Chris, but what's going on? Is there going to be free stuff? I'll tell you what there's going to be. There's going to be small bites. There's going to be music. There's going to be refreshments, fun for all ages, guided walks. This is a free event, and there's going to be free Auburn Quail Trail swag. You don't want to miss this. Again, it's the Auburn Quail Trail launch party. That's going to be Sunday, August 4th. Plenty of time to get it on the calendar here, gang. It's going to kick off at 9 a.m. Again, it's going to be at the Armed Forces Pavilion and Community Garden here at 995 Lincoln Way, Auburn, just right down the street from the radio station here, actually. Again, there's going to be small bites, music, refreshments, fun for all ages, guided walks, free Quail Trail swag. What more could you ask for? It's going to be a ton of fun. Again, Sunday, August 4th, kicking off at 9 a.m. at the Armed Forces Pavilion here in Auburn. Back with your KAHI News right after this. Take a bite out of your electricity bill. Brought to you by Pi. And here's your KAHI news for July 15th. I'm Chris Quant. 126 lightning strikes hit Tahoe National Forest. Several fires ignited. This is from Fox 40 News. Several fires have been ignited at Tahoe National Forest after 126 lightning strikes hit on Saturday, according to the U.S. Forest Service. As of yesterday, July 14th, here's what the current status looks like. The Crystal Fire is in the Truckee Ranger District and in patrol status. The Palin Fire is in the Sierraville Ranger District and burned about 3 acres. It's 50% contained. The Sand Fire is in the Truckee Ranger District, and officials said the size is not available. 3 Tahoe Helitack repellers have been inserted, according to the U.S. Forest Service. The Alpine Fire is in the Truckee Ranger District and has burned through 1/10 of an acre in the Granite Chief Wilderness behind Palisades, Tahoe. U.S. Forest Service reported that 3 Tahoe Helitack repellers have been inserted. Officials said the Tahoe National Forest Air Attack 17 will be flying recon across the forest to look for additional new fire starts. The Forest Service continues to maintain initial attack resources due to the Royal Fire. The Forest Service fire resources are staged in Soda Springs, ready to respond. Lake Tahoe Campground is the hardest to reserve in the nation, study finds. This is from Fox 40 News. Camping website The Dirt released its annual ranking of American campgrounds that are most competitive to reserve, and 2 California campgrounds last landed in the top 10. The California campground that is one of the most difficult to book is Kirk Creek Campground near Big Sur and Los Padres National Forest. The campground is highly sought after because of its location on a scenic bluff near Highway 1, with every site offering a view of the Big Sur shoreline. It's also just a short drive from Sand Dollar Beach, or a good starting point for those looking to explore redwood groves, waterfalls, and coves. The campground, which has only 32 campsites for RV and tents, is fully booked more than 97.5% of the year, the website found. There are a handful of first-come, first-served campsites if you're willing to be brave and risk rolling the dice. This year's hardest to book campground is located near Lake Tahoe on the Nevada side of the border. Nevada Beach Campground is fully booked 99.4% of the year, the Dirt ranking shows. It's a true underdog story for the plucky campground with 54 campsites for tents and small RVs. Nevada Beach didn't even crack the top 10 in last year's ranking. Back with more news right after this. Digital display adds up and you pay. When done. Pioneer Community Energy. What? Ugh. Oh yeah, that's a real thing. All over the world at KAHI.com. Continuing now with your KAHI news from the Morning Brew, taking a look at the week ahead. Amazon Prime Day is here. The company's version of Festivus arrives tomorrow and lasts for 2 days, sparking a midsummer spending spree on discounted items. Shoppers are expected to shell out $13.3 billion over Tuesday and Wednesday, a 6% increase from last year's event. Amazon is entering Prime Day riding a wave of momentum. Enthusiasm for its cloud and advertising units has sent its stock price to a record high and above the $2 trillion market cap. Heat shifts west to east after setting records in the west. A heat wave will broil the northeast under the region's hottest temperatures of the summer so far, with New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. all expected to see temperatures in the mid to upper 90s early this week. Government officials and companies have begun to warn that the current heat waves, which are 3 times as frequent as they were 60 years ago, are causing tens of billions of dollars in damages that aren't covered by insurance. The Major League All-Star break comes to Texas. The Home Run Derby in its new format debuts on Monday, while the Midsummer Classic between the NL and AL is on Tuesday. The Open Championship, better known as the British Open, begins on Thursday at Royal Troon in Scotland. EA's College Football 25 launches on Friday. It's the first time since 2014 that the company is releasing a college football video game. And Saturday marks the 55th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission that landed Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the moon. And from the Morning Brew, here's what else is brewing. Alphabet is close to acquiring cybersecurity startup Wiz, according to the Wall Street Journal. The $23 billion purchase price would be the largest in the company's history. Israeli strikes targeting a top Hamas commander killed at least 90 people in a designated humanitarian zone in Gaza, according to Palestinian health officials. Israeli officials told Bloomberg they were, quote, pretty confident, unquote, the commander, Mohammed Deif, was killed despite Hamas insisting he survived. Over 23 million Americans watched President Biden's press conference last Thursday. That's more people than watched this year's Oscars. The price of a first-class postage stamp went up for the second time this year on Sunday. It'll now cost you 5 cents more, 73 cents, to send snail mail. And Argentina beat Colombia with an extra-time goal to win their 16th Copa America title. The game was delayed for more than an hour after fans breached security gates at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium. And finally, also from the Morning Brew, today's word of the day is purloined, meaning to steal. And that's your KAHI news for this Monday, July 15th. I'm Chris Quant. On now to the California Ag Report. Okay.
Do you know a veteran in need? Nation's Finest, with the VA's supportive services for veteran families program, helps veterans and their families struggling with rent, employment, and other housing-related costs. Today, Nation's Finest operates in more than 30 locations in California, Arizona, and Nevada, helping thousands of veterans every year. Visit nationsfinest.org or call 1-833-468-9676. That's 1-833-468-9676.
For 40 years, the Ag Information Network has been providing news and information for the most important industry in the world, agriculture. The The Ag Information Network gives you worldwide updates of producers, regional organizations, from major crops like wheat, to animal agriculture, especially crops like apples, almonds, and cherries. We report on stories that mean the most to you. Online at aginfo.net, the Ag Information Network. Trust me, transparent journalism lasting for the next generation.
This is California Ag Today on the Ag Information Network. Want more agricultural news at aginfo.net.
Catch Sinatra and Friends, Saturdays and Sundays, right here. 104.5 FM, AM 950 KAHI. Join Frank and his friends, Sandy, Dean, Tony Bennett, and more. Performing songs from the Great American Songbook. Sinatra and Friends Weekends, brought to you by Nature's Home Furnishings, Wilson Boulevard, Rancho Cordova. Right here on the Voice of the Foothills, 104.5 FM, AM 950, and streaming all over the world at KAHI.com.
So this nature furnishings 4th of July sale. Choose the furniture you can want from the best selection of styles, brands, and prices. Then save the sales tax. And on approved credit, you can forget about paying the interest for 1 year. Why limit your choices? At Nature, it's all about choices. Celebrate Independence Day with fabulous new furniture. Nature Home Furnishings at Highway 50 in Hazel and Rancho Cordova. Look for the building with the water wheel. Tell them Brooklyn, Alvin, and Ryan sent you. Hello, KAHI listeners. This is Ann Hidalgo, your host of Time for Seniors. You might be used to hearing us at 6 a.m. on Saturdays, but we moved to 12 noon. The Time for Seniors is your local senior resource show bringing you all the important information concerning seniors. We talk health, financial, keep you updated on current scams, inspirational stories, and laugh at ourselves a little. So tune in Saturdays at noon on FM 104.5, AM 950, KAHI, the voice of the Foothills. Hi, this is Dr. Dahlia. Join me for my live call-in medical talk show that answers your questions right here on KAHI. On my show, we tackle issues like cholesterol, diabetes, women's health, children, geriatrics, relationships, and more. And with all that's going on in Washington, we even touch on government and policies.
Dr. Dahlia, weekdays from 9 to noon here on the Voice of the Foothills.
Join me each weekday morning right here on FM 104.5 AM 950 KAHI, the voice of the Foothills.
30 seconds to the top of the hour. Pausing for station identification. Back with more right after this. And good Monday morning to you. It is July 15th, and it is right smack dab at the top of the hour, 7 a.m. here at FM 104.5, AM 950 KAHI. You know what it is. It is the voice of the Foothills, Chris Quant, here with you in the mornings, 6 to 9 a.m., holding it down in beautiful Studio A in the KAHI studios here in Auburn, looking outside. My goodness gracious, is it a beautiful morning out there? So weird. Anybody else a little weirded out with all the clouds and the humidity? So my parents are in town, and pretty much lifelong Californians, but moved about, it's almost 4 years ago, out to Kansas to be close to my sister. So now that they've been Kansans, I think that's a word, Kansans, for 4 years, we were out there. They're here visiting, and we were out at the railroad tracks yesterday, waiting for the big boy 4014 to come through town. Kind of fun there. If you were out and about looking for it, especially if you were past Auburn, further up the train track, waiting for the big boy to come, well, I hit a little bit of a snag. And by hitting a snag, it hit a tree, or the tree hit it, one or the other. Something happened and it delayed it. So for all the folks that came out to see the train, it was a whistle stop, which meant it was going to be stopping for about 15 minutes in Colfax, and then I think it was going to stop for about 15 minutes in Truckee, and then 15 minutes in Sparks, Nevada, as it was going through. Well, it made it through Auburn, and my gosh, if you're on Facebook or anywhere, there's some beautiful shots there that they got of it going over the freeway there on the bridge going over the freeway. Oh, my goodness gracious. Left Auburn, started from Roseville yesterday, left Auburn, went through Auburn, and then it hit a tree, and then it got delayed. So up in Colfax, everybody's out there. The bands are playing, the vendor tents are up, the food trucks are out, and no train. So 11:15 comes and goes. Now, I would have been shocked just knowing the train schedule. Like, trains kind of run on their own time. I don't think we're like Japan where they are right smack dab on the time all the time because, well, we don't really rely on them much for any sort of major transportation. So they kind of arrive ish. It's going to be 12 ish, 11:15 ish. But this one was a little bit of an extra delay as they were trying to get the tree trying to get this tree removed out of the way or fix the train for a little bit because apparently I think it did a little bit of damage. But anyway, so folks were there and they were hanging out as long as they could. Some had to bail. That if you brought little kids out, the kids could only abide for so long. And then it was snack time, it was nap time, it was lunchtime. So a lot of folks came in, kind of had 3rd of July vibes there in Colfax. A lot of folks were coming in, parking all around, all up and down the train tracks. And then slowly you kind of see them start to filter out a little bit as folks couldn't wait. And there was rumors, hey, it's going to be a half hour, and that half hour turned into another half hour. And then that half hour turned into another half hour, and then an hour, and then another hour. And so there's rumors that might have to be pushed back down to Roseville to be fixed. So people are like, we got to bail. But there were the loyal that stayed out there. And eventually it did come through, and unfortunately didn't have time to actually stop. It just went right on through. It kept on going through Colfax. I think it kept on going through Truckee and through Sparks. They had a schedule to keep and to make up for. But my goodness gracious, was it ever worth it for those that could stick around to see it go right on by? There's something about, I don't know, it seems like such old technology, but my wife was at one point of the track and I was at another. And the thing that both stood out to us was the like that rhythmic beat that it is true to form. That is not something that you can easily, I mean, you can replicate it, but man, when you hear it live and you hear it happening in person, it is a thing of beauty. It was definitely a piece of art to watch this big old thing coming on through, and well worth the wait for those that were able to wait. We were standing out there, and my mom, being now from Kansas, California all her life, but now being in California, I said, man, this humidity, it feels like it's so humid out here. And she's like, oh, this is nothing. She's like, and we pulled up the weather app and we were looking at she's like, it's the dew point. It's the dew point you got to look at. And it was a 50 something yesterday. She's like, nah, that's just starting to feel a little bit. You talk to me when it hits 70, and then we'll have a conversation around what humidity feels like. So I said, all right. Apparently I have no room to complain when it comes to humidity or anything like that. But it was weird. Can we just say it was a little weird? And I'm thankful if the cloud covers were the reason for the temperatures cooling down like they have, I'm good with it. I'm totally okay with it. And congrats everybody for surviving the heat wave. And hopefully we don't have another thing like that here this summer. But yeah, it was a little weird with the clouds and feeling a little tropical out there. I don't think we normally feel that. The weather's just been weird these last few years. And maybe that's our new normal. I don't know. But speaking of the weather, how about a lead up? This is a lead up for meteorologist Tim Root. Timmy, how are we looking out there weather-wise right now? 7 minutes past the top of the hour, 7:07 a.m. Hey, if today is your birthday, by the way, happy stinking birthday to you. I hope you have a fantastic day today as you're getting started. It's a little cloudy out there, but it looks like it really cleared the air, which is really nice to have some clear air out there. If you have a birthday today, you share it with one Ariana Huffington, Greek-American journalist and publisher, born on this day in 1950. Forrest Whitaker, American actor, born on this day in 1961. Let's see, who else do we have here? Eddie Griffin, American comedian and actor, born on this day in 1968. And yeah, that's most of the names that I know. There's some others there, but yeah, the point is, happy birthday to you. My cousin's birthday was this last week. She happened to be in town visiting, and we tried to do the strawberry shortcake thing. And I attempted to make a gluten-free shortcake for her birthday. I was like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this. I've got the whipped cream. We've got the strawberries. I got folks all doing that. I'm going to attempt the shortcake, do the gluten-free shortcake. Gang, when you double the recipe, it doesn't necessarily mean that you double the time that you cook the recipe. I made a shortcake. It was a cracker. It was very crumbly, but in the end, I thought everybody, I don't know if they were just being polite or they actually did enjoy it. They're like, oh, wow, this is really good. This is really tasty. Thanks so much. And my wife's like, it was a little dry. And isn't that the beauty of your spouse? Your spouse can tell you that, can really tell you like it is. When I think everybody else in my family was trying to be polite and say, yeah, this is really nice. This is really great. My wife was like, yeah, maybe next time let's take a look at that and see what we do on the cook time there, because it was a little dry. She enjoyed it. She's like, no, it was fine, but it was a little dry. And isn't that just the beauty of being married for 19 years now? It's no holds barred. But she did appreciate the thought, and she's like, I'm glad that you took it on. I'm glad you did that for your family. So I'm like, all right, thanks, and I appreciate it. If it's your birthday, hopefully somebody, if they're baking something for you, doesn't overcook it like I did for my cousin. And hey, today is Saint Swithin's Day. Did you know? Did you wake up this morning thinking, oh, today is Saint Swithin's Day? Well, if it happens to rain today, that might be a good thing, raining on Saint Swithin's Day. We'll talk more about that. And also, when we come back here, are you into the fossil collecting? Do you have a hankering to collect an entire dinosaur here? We'll talk about that. How much does that actually go for? How much would it cost you to get a full dinosaur skeleton here? We'll talk about that here after this. Saint Swithin's Day. $11 minutes past the top of the hour, 7:11 a.m. All right, today, right before we went to the break there, we said today is Saint Swithin's Day. And if it happens to rain today, that actually might be a good thing. So here it is, Saint Swithin's Day. Every year on this date, according to traditional folklore, whatever the weather is like on St. Swithin's Day, whether rain or sunshine, it will continue to be that for the next 40 days and 40 nights. Sounds like a little biblical story there. And basically, who was St. Swithin's? Well, Swithin's was a man born in around the year 800. He became Bishop of Winchester. And unlike other religious figures, he asked not to be buried in a prominent place within the Winchester Cathedral, but outside in a simple tomb where the sweet rain of heaven may fall upon my grave. So basically, he said, I want there to be the rain from heaven to fall upon him there, and where folks could be near where he was. So Saint Swithin's Day, if you're out there and if it rains hey, maybe we'll get that for 40 more days, 40 more nights. We could use the weather. I'm guessing it's going to be sunny, and that's okay too. But hey, here from the Morning Brew, if you're a fan of Jurassic Park and you've got some spare cash lying around, well, you might have a chance to now earn the label of eccentric dinosaur connoisseur. Basically, if you happen to have $6 million laying around, you could do that. That's the high end of how much the nearly complete fossilized remains of a 161 million year old Stegosaurus is expected to cost at a Sotheby's auction on Wednesday. Now, there's no Carfax report for Apex. That's the nickname of the dinosaur discovered in Colorado in 2022. But Apex is a remarkable 80% complete and is considered to be one of the best Stegosauruses ever found. Critics, however, believe private collectors are so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they don't stop to think about if they should. So there's maybe a downside to seeing if you can get your very own almost fully complete Stegosaurus fossils here. Academics worry that the surge in commercial paleontology will stymie the scientific research and price out museums from acquiring important fossils. Now, if you're thinking about an investment, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Dinosaurs might not be the smartest investment anyway. Some countries have strict exporting laws. Nicolas Cage learned this the hard way when he was forced to return a dinosaur skull that authorities said was purloined from Mongolia's Gobi Desert. And it's more volatile than Bitcoin, is how European-based broker described the dinosaur fossils as investing. Basically, if you're investing in dinosaur fossils, it's very volatile due to a lack of comparative data that makes pricing difficult. So I don't know, if you got $6 million and you love Jurassic Park, you can get your own, but your rate of return may be iffy when it comes to that type of market. But hey, we need to find out what the market and other news is looking like right now. It is 14 minutes past the top of the hour, and for that, we're going to turn it over now to the Fox Business Report. Ooh. Okay. $16 minutes past the top of the hour, 7:16 a.m. Let's talk about another event for the calendar. Hey, this one is an ongoing one. Did you know Grass Valley has a farmer's market? Well, if you didn't, it's been going since the 1980s, so it's been around for a while now. There's going to be fresh produce, local artisans, food vendors, so it's not a shortage. It's so cool of how many farmers markets we have here. The Grass Valley Farmers Market, that's every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. That's going to be through November. So 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Pine Creek Shopping Center. That's near JCPenney. And every Tuesday, and that's going to go through September from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's at the Pine Creek Shopping Center near Raleigh. So a couple of farmers market options for you. If you've checked all the ones around here, but you haven't been to the Grass Valley Farmers Market, yeah, you can check that out. Again, fresh produce, local artisans, food vendors every Saturday through November from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and every Tuesday through September, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Pine Creek Shopping Center. Back with more right after this. Okay, here we go. Make you laugh, sigh. Hiya! Hello, good morning. 3, 2, 1. 19 minutes past the top of the hour, 7:19 a.m. Coming up in our next segment, your daily dad jokes. That's right, make you laugh, sigh. I'm guessing you're going to roll your eyes. Back with more, and now, back with more at the bottom of the hour. And now, there we go, to America's First News. Lord have mercy. Close. Okay. Some daily dad jokes. A truck loaded with Vicks Vapor Rub overturned on the highway. Amazingly, there was no congestion for 8 hours. Oh, that's funny. Okay, did that make it through to the mailbox? Oh, come on. There we go. I'll put that in Slack here. Dad jokes. Okay. All right. Let's find bookstore. Never mind, I found it. There's one.
I think Trump creates a lot of hate, and I think the shooting has nothing to do with us. And we're going to continue with the march as we planned. But this is not new for us. We've been organizers for many years. We know exactly how to de-escalate. We're feeling very confident.
Red.
We have over 100 marshals that are trained in de-escalation. People that do have experience at like encampments and other intense situations. We have over 30 medics that are actually medically trained. These are not just people off the street. These are people with healthcare experience. And so these are all operations that we had before the news yesterday. For the past 2 years, all across this country, we pulled together a broad grouping of community organizations, unions, students, immigrant rights, LGBTQ, anti-war groups.
There's that.
We have not had
Okay.
issues at any of our several marches or events. And we look forward to our family-friendly march tomorrow.
Trump told the Washington Examiner that he's rewritten his speech he was set to deliver on Thursday. The Republican presidential nominee says he'll now call for a new effort at national unity, noting that people with different political views have called on him. Several of his organs have called for Trump to tone it down. With around 350,000 homes and businesses still without power in the Houston area almost a week after Hurricane Beryl hit Texas, Governor Greg Abbott Sunday said he's demanding an investigation into the response of the utility that serves the area, as well as answers about its preparations for upcoming storms. Power companies along the Gulf Coast must be.
All right. Ah, shoot. I scrolled right past it. Darn it. Okay. My friend decided to get a face tattoo of his favorite Star Wars character. You should have seen the Luke on his face. That's a pretty good one. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that comes through. What day is today? Today is I Love Horses Day, National Be a Dog Pet Fire Safety Day, Respect Canada Day, Tapioca Pudding Day, Orange Chicken Day, St. Swithin Day. Okay.
Any part of management who oversaw this response or preparation, everybody's job should be on point. We will not and cannot tolerate. I'm sitting here looking at the saying that fact has up on the wall. Respect is earned by consistent, excellent behavior over long periods of time. Centerpoint was, I would say, was a company that we had confidence in. All of us up here and most of the public, we've had many storms, they've responded well. They totally failed in preparation and they failed in response. They have lost respect. While Centerpoint Energy has restored power to about 1.9 million customers since the storm hit on July 8th, the slow pace of recovery has put the utility under mounting scrutiny. Whether it was sufficiently prepared for the storm and left people without air conditioning in the searing summer heat. Now to Hollywood, where Shannon Doherty, from the Hills 90210 star, whose life and career were foiled by illness and tabloid stories, has passed away at the age of 53. After years with breast cancer, Doherty died Saturday, according to a statement from her pharmacist. Her illness was publicly revealed in a lawsuit filed in 2015 against her former business managers. She later shared intimate details of her treatment following a single mastectomy. A native of Memphis, Tennessee, Doherty moved to L.A. with her family at the age of 7. Within a few years, she became an actor. As a child star, she worked steadily in such TV series as Little House on the Prairie. She detoured as a teen to the big screen in Girls Just Want to Have Fun in the mid-'80s and Heathers as well. And then in 1990, she won her breakout role as Brenda Walsh in producer Aaron Spelling's hit teenage melodrama, Beverly Hills 90210. At the box office, Gru and the Minions celebrated a second week in first place, while a small horror movie called Longlegs upset the starry $100 million Fly Me to the Moon. Your family's lives are at stake. What? Maxine has escaped from prison. I'm coming for my revenge. Despicable Me4 was hardly a surprise, as the Universal franchise added $44.7 million and pushed the film over the $200 million mark. Longlegs, meanwhile, an original horror about a serial killer starring Cage, made an estimated $22.6 million. Number stuff for Indie Outfit Neon, which acquired the $10 million for distribution.
Isn't it scary being a lady at fan fiction? Yeah.
Sorry. $100 million Fly Me to the Moon and Apple production launched with just $10 million. The trio of holdovers, Inside Out 2 in third place with $20 million, and The Quiet Place Day 1 in fourth place with $8 million. And Asian shares began the week trading mixed as China reported its economy expanded at a slower than forecast 4.7% annual pace in the last quarter. Markets even taking stride with shooting at the rally for former President Donald Trump. Friday on Wall Street, U.S. stocks rose after mixed signals on big banks' profits and inflation did little to dent. Easier interest rates are on the way. The latest update on inflation said prices rose more at wholesale markets last month than economists expected, which was a letdown. Again on Thursday, said inflation at the consumer level was better than expected, helping pump orders about a potential spiral where expectations of high inflation could drive U.S. consumer consumers toward behavior that would put them higher. That in turn will give the Fed Reserve more vehemence of slowing inflation, since it needs interest rate, which is at its highest level in two decades. President Joe Biden called for the political climate to be toned down after the assassination attempt on Trump. The very latest coming up right here on America's First News. Let's see, if something costs less, the people are happier with it. That sounds like something to look into, and that is Medishare. Maybe for switching to Medishare, people can save many families $500 a month, and that is huge. It's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion in each other's bills. People love having telehealth and huge nationwide PPO networks. So yeah, make it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now to get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can say. This is a very, very smart use. Here's the number you need. Call 855-SHARE-40. It's 855-SHARE 40. 855-SHARE-40. Announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more in debt. Before you make another minimum payment, you need to know there are special programs that can completely free you of your debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-878-6020 for a free consultation. For 16 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands get out of debt. You can feel confident when calling because Total Financial Freedom is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Battling for years and years, stuck in the endless cycle of minimum payments could take decades. You have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-878-6020. That's 800-878-6020. 800-878-6020.
And good Monday morning to you. It's May 15th, and it is 30 minutes past the top of the hour, 7:30 a.m. And hey, good morning to you, Meadow Vista. Currently, it is 70 degrees where you're at right now. Looking for a high today of 95 degrees. All right, it is that time. It is time for your daily dad jokes. That's right, make you laugh, sigh, probably roll your eyes. Gang, let's be honest. Let's just take a moment. There's a lot of serious stuff going on in the world. There's a lot of things that are happening, a lot of events that are happening. We listen to the news. We all listen to the news. We all know what's going on. And this might seem like just kind of goofy and loony, but it is kind of meant to be something that just takes our mind off of some things for a little bit. Is if you're not laughing, sometimes maybe you're crying or you're a little bit overwhelmed. And I just find that just having a moment to laugh and just refocus our attention just for a little bit, no matter how silly that might be, is a great excuse just to make sure that we're bringing some levity. We're not forgetting that there's humor, that there's laughter, even in the midst of all the seriousness, and it's not making the serious any less serious. But it's just giving ourselves a little time to take a breather and break. And let's be honest, it's just a little bit of a mental health break here. So here we go. It is time for your daily dad jokes, just again to make you laugh, sigh, probably roll your eyes, but I hope it brings a little bit of joy to your life today. Here we go. A truck loaded with Vicks Vapor Rub overturned on the highway. Amazingly, there was no congestion for 8 hours. That's pretty good. A truck loaded with Vicks Vapor Rub overturned on the highway. Amazingly, there was no congestion for 8 hours. There we go. One to tell the kids or the grandkids there. How about this one? This one was sent in from Joe H. My friend decided to get a face tattoo of his favorite Star Wars character. You should have seen the Luke on his face. That's pretty good. All right, here we go. And because it's summer, let's just get a couple of summer jokes in here. What do mermaids use to call their friends? Shell phones. Heyo. And what do detectives find on a beach? Something fishy. All right, and how about one more? Let's just round it out with this one. How can you differentiate between a piano and a fish? You can tune a piano, but you cannot tune a fish. Hey, there we go. And those have been your daily dad jokes for this Monday, July 15th. I hope it made you smile. I hope it gave you a little bit of a chuckle. We'll be back with your KAHI weather right after this. Radio Star. You tell Mike. Thank you, Tim. 33 minutes past the top of the hour, 7:33 a.m. Coming up in our next segment, we'll have your KAHI news. We'll also have your Fox Business Report. Stick around. Back now to America's First News, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit. I think it's the news, right? 45? Yes. All right. Hopefully we can get a better reading than we did last time. Okay, what are we going to do for our announcement?
Yesterday's shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania calls on all of us to take a step back. Take stock of where we are.
That is going to be August 7th through 11th.
I spoke about an ongoing investigation. We do not know the motive of the shooting yet.
August.
We don't know his opinions or affiliations. We don't know whether he had help or support, or if he communicated with anyone.
7th.
Tonight, I want to speak to what we do know. The former president was shot. American citizen killed while simply exercising his freedom to support the candidate of his choosing.
7th through 11th. 4th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th.
Politicians say not to plead
Wow.
shootings right after they happen. Trump's potential VP choice Senator J.D. Vance did just that, saying Biden's ready to town. House Speaker Mike Johnson called for the temperature to be turned down, also blamed Biden.
When my colleagues go out, Democrat colleagues, and say democracy will end, the republic will be in an emergency stage if Donald Trump runs for president, it's just not true. It's another election. And when they say that kind of rhetoric, when they beat it up like that, there are people out there that take these things to heart and they act upon it. But politicians are not responsible for that. But we do have a responsibility to be responsible. I mean, we're not asking for much. Let's just dial the rhetoric down. Let's have vigorous debate. That's what our country's built upon. But we have to see one another.
Food Truck Fiesta, Friday, August 23rd. All right, let's do that. We'll do the Food Truck Fiesta, Friday, August 23rd. Annual 23rd.
Listen, everybody is prone to
Friday, the 23rd, recreational park. 1,000 people turn out. So the tasty food trucks. Being provided by Auburn Ale House, and then is a fundraiser for the Auburn Bike Park. Supporting a wonderful facility, the Auburn Bike Park. Food truck fiesta. Okay. There we go. All right. Time to practice the news.
Jury deliberations are set for resume today in the priority trial of Senator Bob Menendez in New York City. A jury that began deliberations Friday with 3 hours of work slated for Saturday morning in Manhattan. The 70-year-old has denied charges that he engaged in a bribery scheme in 2018 and 2023 to benefit three New Jersey businessmen, including by serving as a foreign agent for the government of Egypt. He and two businessmen allegedly paid a bribe for gold and cash and pleaded not guilty. As he left court Friday, Menendez told reporters, "I have God and the jury." Turning to sports this morning, and a year ago in the Wimbledon final against Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz got off to a slow start, dropping the opening set and needed 5 to claim his first championship at the All-American Club. Sunday's rematch began with a game that felt monumental, 20 points across nearly 15 minutes, portending an engrossing back-and-forth contest and a long one. There were moments of brilliant football. Alcaraz, though, was better, just as he would be for nearly all of the next 2 hours, adding up to a 6-2, 6-2, 7-6 victory over Djokovic for his second consecutive Wimbledon title, Grand Slam in all at the age of just 21 years old.
Honestly, it's a win for me. Win this trophy. In an interview when I was 12 or 11 years old, I said that my dream is to win Wimbledon. So I'm regretting, my dream. I want you to keep going, but obviously it's a great thing to play the sport, to live this amazing trophy. I'm gonna say, or I said it before, but for me this is the most beautiful tournament, the most beautiful tour, and obviously the most beautiful.
You're the sixth man in history in the open era to do what we call the double, winning Roland Garros on the clay courts and then here at Wimbledon on the grass courts. That's an extraordinary achievement to go on both surfaces. How do you do it?
Well, I think that's fighting, believing. I don't know. It's a huge honor for me to be part of those players who have achieved Roland Garros and Wimbledon in the same year. Really glad to be in the same table as Novak to do it. Youth champions, yes. I'm not considering myself a champion yet, but I'm trying to.
I don't think they agree.
Not as them. I'm trying to keep going, to keep building my journey. It's a huge sort of
Djokovic had knee surgery less than a month and a half ago. He was hoping to tie Federer's men's record of 8 Wimbledon titles and become the first player in tennis history to win 25 Grand Slam tournaments.
The result that I wanted, and especially the first couple of sets, the level of tennis that wasn't up to par really from my side, but credit to Carlos for really playing some amazing tennis, very complete tennis from back of the court, serve, and he had it all today. I tried to push him, save pretty much points, and extended the match a little bit. It wasn't meant to be, really. He was an absolutely deserved winner today, so huge congratulations to him for everything you've done so far. 21 years of age is incredible, so keep it going. Let's see a lot of your
Missing volumes he usually makes. Djokovic had just 27 to 53 points when he went to the net. Sometimes he was clearly outmatched by the 21. Former NFL receiver Jacoby Jones, whose 108-yard kickoff return in 2013 remains the longest touchdown in Super Bowl history, has passed away. He was only 40 years old. The Houston Texans, who Jones played for the first 5 seasons of his career, announced his death on Sunday. As they've been released by the NFL Players Association, his family said he died in his home in New Orleans. A cause of death is not given. Jones played from 2007 to 2015 for the Texans, Ravens, San Diego Chargers, and Pittsburgh Steelers. He made several huge plays for the Ravens during their most recent Super Bowl title season. He was a key part of Baltimore's mile-high miracle without David Denver in 2013, catching a 70-yard touchdown pass with 31 seconds remaining in order to turn the score. The Ravens eventually won in overtime. And Lionel Messi was forced to watch much of the second half in extra time because of a leg injury. Still, Argentina won its second straight Copa America championship, beating Colombia 1-0 Sunday night on Lautaro Martinez's 112th-minute goal. Messi appeared to sustain a non-contact injury while running the ball in the 64th minute. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner covered his face with his hands and sat on the bench and saw. Martinez later ran to that bench to hug his 37-year-old captain after the goal and propelled Argentina to its record 16th Copa title. Coming up on America's First News, the latest in the investigation into the 20-year-old man who attempted to assassinate former President Donald Trump, right here on America's First News. Good Monday.
Blah, 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 blah.
Food Truck Fiesta Friday, August 23rd is going to be at Recreation Park. Last year, over 1,000 people turned out for this event. This year there will be more food trucks and more beer. Beer is being provided by Auburn Ale House. The event is a fundraiser for the Auburn Bike Park. Your purchase at the Food Truck Fiesta will go towards supporting this. For more information on the all right.
To learn more about the American Heart Association's Century of Service,
15 seconds, Adam.
visit heart.org/.
And good Monday morning to you. It is July 15th, and it is 15 minutes to the top of the hour, 7:45 a.m. And hey, good morning to you, Placerville. Currently, it is 72 degrees where you're at right now. Looking for a high today of 94 degrees. All right, let's talk about another event for the calendar. We've got the Food Truck Fiesta. You are speaking my language here. That is happening Friday, August 23rd. That's going to be at 5 p.m. That's going to be at Auburn Rec Park at 123 Recreation Drive here in Auburn. Now, there's going to be a free show that goes along with this Food Truck Fiesta. There's going to be live music, local craft beer provided by Auburn Ale House, and wine. There's going to be craft vendors, amazing food trucks, and more. Even more food trucks than last year. It looks like over 1,000 people turned out for this event last year. And there's going to be even more food trucks and tasty treats for you this year. The event is a fundraiser for the Auburn Bike Park, and your purchase at the Food Truck Fiesta will go to support the Auburn Bike Park. For more information, you can visit auburnrec.com. That's auburnrec.com/events. Again, it's the Food Truck Fiesta happening Friday, August 23rd. Plenty of time to get it on the calendar. Mark it down there for the Food Truck Fiesta. Again, that's going to be at 5 p.m. August 23rd. There's going to be live music, local craft beer and wine, craft vendors, a ton of amazing food from food trucks. Really good stuff. And again, that's going to be on Friday, August 23rd at 5 p.m. Auburn Rec Park. You can find out more at auburnrec.com/events. Back with your KAHI News right after this. Let me ask you a question. And here's your KAHI News for this Monday, July 15th. I'm Chris Quant. 126 lightning strikes hit Tahoe National Forest. Several fires ignited. This is from Fox 40 News. Several fires have been ignited at Tahoe National Forest after 126 lightning strikes hit on Saturday, according to the U.S. Forest Service. As of yesterday, July 14th, here's what the current status looked like. The Crystal Fire is in the Truckee Ranger District and is in patrol status. The Palin Fire is in the Sierraville Ranger District and burned about 3 acres. It is 50% contained. The Sand Fire is in the Truckee Ranger District, and officials said the size is not available. 3 Tahoe Helitack repellers have been inserted, according to the U.S. Forest Service. The Alpine Fire is in the Truckee Ranger District and has burned through about 1/10 of an acre in the Granite Chief Wilderness behind Palisades, Tahoe. U.S. Forest Service reported that 3 Tahoe Helitack repellers have been inserted. Officials said that the Tahoe National Forest Air Attack 17 will be flying recon across the forest to look for additional new fire starts. The Forest Service continues to maintain initial attack resources due to the Royal Fire. Forest Service fire resources are staged in Soda Springs, ready to respond. Lake Tahoe Campground is the hardest to reserve in the nation, study finds. This is from Fox 40 News. Camping website The Dirt released its annual ranking of the American campgrounds that are most competitive to reserve, and 2 California campgrounds landed in the top 10. The California campground that is one of the most difficult to book is the Kirk Creek Campground near Big Sur in the Los Padres National Forest. The campground, which has only 32 campsites for RVs and tents, is fully booked more than 97.5% of the year, the website found. There are a handful of first-come, first-served campsites if you are willing and brave enough to roll the dice. This year's hardest to book campground is located near Lake Tahoe on the Nevada side of the border. Nevada Beach Campground is fully booked 99.4% of the year. The Dirt ranking shows it's a true underdog story for the plucky campground with 54 campsites for tents and small RVs. Nevada Beach didn't even crack the top 10 in last year's ranking. Back with more news after this.
Here's one of our local advertisers to tell you why he loves KAHI Radio.
I'm Fred Finney. I'm with Finney Associates. Our offices are located in Mount Vernon. We have the opportunity to advertise. We chose to advertise with KAHI. Among our other locations, we see the advantage of HBOs who matter most, our local customers. Good local radio on KAHI.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer.
Plus a healthy dose of daily dad jokes. Here on FM 104.5 and AM 950 KAHI, Voice of the Foothills. I never miss it, and neither should you. It's garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds. So at KAHI.com. Continuing now with your KAHI news from the Morning Brew, taking a look at the week ahead. Amazon Prime Day is here. The company's version of Festivus arrives tomorrow and lasts for 2 days, sparking a midsummer spending spree on discounted items. Shoppers are expected to shell out $13.3 billion over Tuesday and Wednesday, a 6% increase from last year's event. Amazon is entering Prime Day riding a wave of momentum. Enthusiasm for its cloud and advertising units has sent its stock price to a record high and above the $2 trillion market cap. The heat shifts west to east. After setting records in the west, a heat wave will broil the northeast under the region's hottest temperatures of the summer so far, with New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. all expected to see temperatures in the mid to upper 90s early this week. Government officials and companies have begun to warn that the current heat waves, which are 3 times as frequent as they were 60 years ago, are causing tens of billions of dollars in damages that aren't covered by insurance. The MLB All-Star break comes to Texas. The Home Run Derby in its new format debuts on Monday, while the Midsummer Classic between the NL and AL is on Tuesday. The Open Championship, better known as the British Open, begins on Thursday at Royal Troon in Scotland. EA's College Football 25 launches on Friday. It's the first time since 2014 that the company is releasing a college football video game. And Saturday marks the 55th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission that landed Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the moon. And from the Morning Brew, here's what else is brewing. Alphabet is close to acquiring cybersecurity startup Wiz, according to the Wall Street Journal. The $23 billion purchase price would be the largest in the company's history. Over 23 million Americans watched President Biden's press conference last Thursday. That's more people than watched this year's Oscars. The price of a first-class postage stamp went up for the second time this year on Sunday. It'll now cost you 5 cents more, 73 cents, to send snail mail. And Argentina beat Colombia with an extra-time goal to win their 16th Copa America title. The game was delayed for more than an hour after fans breached security gates at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium. And finally, also from the Morning Brew, today's word of the day is purloined, meaning to steal, purloined. And that's your KAHI News for this Monday, July 15th. I'm Chris Quant. Back with more after this. Okay. Where have all the real journalists gone? Long time passing. Mucky muck. Oh. In the heating and air conditioning business. All right, what am I going to talk about at the top of the hour? About gummy. BigMountainAir.com. Story begins with gummy worms in the early 1920s when a German candy maker named Hans Riegel found the Haribo Candy Company had a vision. He wanted to create a candy that resembled the shape and texture of worms found in the soil. Thus, the gummy worm was born. How did they become popular? Well, initially they were a hit in Germany, but it wasn't until 1981 that the candy manufacturer Trolley introduced them to American candy lovers. The iconic scene in the movie Ghostbusters, where the characters use gummy worms to lure a giant marshmallow man, catapulted, capitulated, catapulted the worms into a catapulted these chewy treats into the spotlight. What are they made of? Well, they're made from a combination of gelatin, sugar, corn syrup, and a variety of flavorings. Okay, I got it. Yeah, Medicaid. Ooh, gross.
Enjoy summer savings now with Sunrise Natural Foods. All life seasons Euro Q products are 30% off, and all Medi-Natura products are 35% off. And remember, those 55 and better save 15% every Wednesday, and everyone can save on hundreds of products every day. If you're looking for the best savings on goods for your health journey, shop at Sunrise Natural Foods in Auburn and in Roseville, or online at sunrisenaturalfoods.net. Sunrise Natural Foods. Take the place back ingredients.
I think I know what the radio saying. Okay. 15 seconds to the top of the hour. Pausing now for station identification. Back after this. Identification. And good Monday morning to you. It is Monday. Producer Adam, turn that music off there. We got other music we got to play. It is Monday, July 15th, and it is right smack dab at the top of the hour, 8 a.m. here at FM 104.5. AM 950 KAHI, voice of the foothills. Chris Quant with you here, holding it down in beautiful Studio A in the KAHI studios. Loving today, loving that it's cooler outside. What a relief starting yesterday. It felt good. It was a little, all right. It was a little humid outside, but beggars can't be choosers. It was all right. It was okay. I was talking to my mom yesterday, who's visiting us. She's in town, and both my parents, my mom and dad, and sister and brother-in-law are in town from Kansas. My parents moved out there to be close to my sister about 4 years ago. So my mom now, I would say, is versed enough in Midwest weather, having lived her entire life in California. And I said, "Oh, Mom, this humidity yesterday, like this is crazy." And she's like, "This is nothing." She's like, "Open your weather app. What's the dew point?" I was like, "Dew point?" She's like, "Yeah, that's what tells you when the humidity really hits." So apparently she's learning things about humidity. So I opened up the weather app and said, it's like 51. That seems like a lot. She's like, nah. That's you're just starting to feel some humidity right then. This is fine. She's like, you start talking to me, Junior, here when it hits 70, when the dew point hits 70. Then you're in it. So apparently my parents now well versed in Midwest humidity. And yesterday, even though I was complaining, not really humid, not humid at all. But I'm like, hey, for California, this is humid. But hey, hope you had a good weekend. Did you get to see the big boy 4014? Did you see that big old train coming through? If you were in Placer County here at all, if you were down in Roseville, it came up through Colfax. Had a little bit of a delay. It hit a tree, or a tree hit it, one or the other, and it got delayed between Auburn and Colfax. So it turns out what was going to be a whistle stop, a 15-minute stop, it didn't stop. It just went right on through up to Truckee and up into Sparks, heading back to, I believe, back to Wyoming now, where it lives. But if you didn't get a chance to see it this time, hopefully it'll come back, because this is my first time ever seeing something like that outside. And I don't think even in the Railroad Museum in Sacramento, when we went as kids there, they had anything that big. That's a big train. It lives up to its name, Big Boy, and it did not disappoint. So super grateful to be able to have a chance to see that. Not really a train guy per se, but I don't know how you're not just being impressed with the size of that thing and all the mechanics, and just even watching it go by and hearing the sound. And see, my wife was standing closer to the track and said that she could actually feel the heat and the steam as it was coming off of it as it passed by. So very impressive, very cool. If not, if you didn't get to see it, go on social media. There's tons of videos everywhere of it, but being able to see it in person, I was taking a video of it and I was torn between trying to keep the video looking at my phone and actually looking up from my phone and actually seeing it in real life. So did watch it pass by in real life, but did also, like everybody else there, all the phones went up. Everybody was taking video of the Big Boy as it was going by. Very, very impressive. Very cool. And hey, if you're getting started with your day, today is Gummy Worm Day. So happy Gummy Worm Day to you. It was started in Germany, a candy maker in Germany in the 20s. He wanted to create a candy that resembled the shape and texture of worms found in the soil. Why? I don't know why. But the gummy worm was born. It was a hit in Germany, but it wasn't until 1981 that candy manufacturer Trolley introduced them to American candy lovers. The iconic scene in the movie Ghostbusters, where the characters used gummy worms to lure the giant marshmallow man, catapulted these chewy treats into the spotlight. So it's Gummy Worm Day. So maybe celebrate with some gummy worms. We went to the Jelly Belly factory over the weekend. Like I said, my sister and brother-in-law are in town. My little niece is in town. And we got to go to the Jelly Belly factory. And if you've never been, my cousin went with us. It was her first time going. I'm like, how have you lived here almost all of your life and not been to the Jelly Belly factory? But if you have a chance to go, it's in Fairfield. Go and get yourself some belly flops. They sell by these big old bags with the candies that didn't make it. They're either molded together or the flavors aren't quite right. But you get yourself some belly flops. Oh, it's very, very cool. And speaking of very, very cool, it's our meteorologist Tim Root. Timmy, how are we looking out there today?
Tuesday will be in the low 90s, partly to 60 Tuesday and Wednesday, and light breezes. More sunshine planned for Thursday.
Oh, there goes Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Bye, Cheryl.
For over 30 years, Penny Associate Injury Lawyers has been successfully representing individuals and their families. At Penny Associates, we're experienced trial lawyers, and we work with you to get the best results. Go to PennyAssociates.com or call 800-616-4529.
5 minutes past the top of the hour, 8:05 a.m. Coming up in our next segment, we will have your Fox Business Report. Also, take a look at traffic, see how our roads are shaping up for this Monday. Off now to America's First News, and I will see you back here in just a little bit. Okay. Oh, nope, I need to put the weather up. Okay, now to edit the news.
It came after warnings, according to a rally voter who spoke to the BBC. Who knows the guy throwing army gear? They're falling off the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and we're pointing at the guy throwing up the roof. We can clearly see him with the rifle.
absolutely. We're pointing at him. Police are down there running around the area.
Buckley County Sheriff Michael Soup told the AP that a local officer climbed to the roof and encountered Crooks, who saw the officer turn toward him just before the officer dropped down to safety. Soup said the officer couldn't have wielded his own gun under the circumstances. The officer retreated down the ladder, and Crooks quietly took a shot toward Trump. That's when Secret Service returned fire and shot him. The FBI said they were investigating it as a potential act of terrorism, but the absence of a clear ideological motive by the man shot dead led to conspiracy theories. FBI officials said Sunday that they were probing Crooks' background, social media activities, while working to access his phone. They were joined at the news conference by Attorney General Merrick Garland and FBI Director Christopher Wray.
We are investigating this as an assassination attempt, but also looking at it as a potential domestic terrorism act. So our counterterrorism division and our criminal division are working jointly together to determine the motive in this case. The violence that we saw yesterday was a attack on our democracy. Justice Department has no power to touch violence, and as Americans, we must have no tolerance for it. This must stop. The American people can rest assured that we will leave no stone unturned as we work to get to the bottom of what happened yesterday.
The FBI said police Crooks, who had bomb-making materials in the car he drove to the rally, acted alone. Investigators have found no threatening comments on social media accounts or ideological positions that could help explain what led him to target Trump before the Secret Service rushed to present the Republican presidential nominee off the stage. The former fire chief who was killed at the rally spent his final moments diving down in front of his family, protecting them from the gunfire. Corey Competroy's quick decision to use his body as a shield against the bullets flying toward his wife and daughter rang true to the close friends and neighbors who loved and respected the proud 50-year-old Trump supporter, noting that the Butler County resident was a man of conviction. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro.
We lost a fellow Pennsylvania last night. Corey Competroy. I just spoke to Corey's wife and Corey's two daughters. Corey was a girl then. Corey was a firefighter. Corey went to church every Sunday. Corey loved his community. Most especially, Corey loves his family. Corey was an avid supporter of the former president. I was so excited to be there last night with him in the community. I asked Corey's wife if it would be okay for me to share what we spoke. She said yes. She also asked that I share with all of you that Corey died a hero. That Corey dove on his family to protect them last night at this rally. Corey was a very vested person.
His two others were injured. 57-year-old David Judge of New Kensington, Pennsylvania, and 74-year-old James Copenhagen in the township was in stable condition as of Sunday. A group of gang members who trafficked drugs and guns and used dating websites to connect with people interested in hiring prostitutes are responsible for a series of robberies that led to 4 deaths, and federal prosecutors say there may be more victims. U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Pennsylvania, Sheriff Karen, said the so-called Fentanyl robbery gang worked from New Hampshire to Virginia.
For the past few months, a multi-jurisdictional, multi-agency investigation has begun into a violent criminal street gang operating in the Middle District of Pennsylvania and throughout the Northeast Sea. The gang's modus operandi was to lure unsuspecting men
this Monday morning. Up next for President Trump is in Milwaukee for the Republican National Convention to bring you the very latest right here. For veterans concerned about their alcohol or drug use, seeking help can be the first step toward recovery. Dr. Joseph Liberto, National Mental Health Director for Substance Use Disorders with the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs.
Okay, here we go. Nevada City, 93 degrees.
VA's Today I Am campaign highlights real stories from veterans describing how treatment, support, and resources help them improve their mental health and their lives.
The VA has programs to treat substance use disorders throughout the country. We also offer telehealth services. A better, fuller life is possible. Today, you can start with recovery.
To learn more, visit Make the
3 seconds, Adam. And good Monday morning to you. It is July 15th, and it is 14 minutes past the top of the hour, 8:14 a.m. And hey, good morning to you, Nevada City. Currently 77 degrees where you're at right now, looking for a high today of 93 degrees. All right, let's turn it over now, as we do, to the Fox Business Report. Big Lou at 800. This in the morning with Matt Ray and America's first news. News, weather, traffic, and events you can handle, plus a healthy dose of daily dad jokes. Good morning. Matt Ray, 9 a.m. here on FM 104.5 and AM 950 KAHI, the voice of the foothills. I never miss it, and neither should you. My goodness, it's early. And speaking of traffic, 16 minutes past the top of the hour, 8:16 a.m. Taking a look outside at our roadways right now. Looks like we've got a 55-hour closure. That's I-80 westbound at Auburn Boulevard and Riverside. So if you're going down through Auburn Boulevard right now, there might be a little bit of some road activities going down there. So just a heads up for you. It doesn't look like it's affecting traffic as it's going down 80 westbound towards Sacramento at all. 65 southbound if you're coming from Lincoln, coming in near Pleasant Grove, slowing bit there, but other than that, roadways are looking pretty open right now. 80 westbound over to I-5 looking pretty good. I-5 northbound and southbound slow down, though, if you're going up towards the airport or coming into Sacramento. So heads up there. And 80 westbound if you're heading past Sacramento out to the Bay Area, slowing there as you're heading out to Davis. Hey, heads up, like there's construction. Tried to go up to Tahoe late last week. There's construction going all up and down there. So if you're going 80 eastbound up to Truckee there, it's going to be slow. So there's construction happening up there. So just make sure that you give yourself extra time if you're heading up to the mountains, especially going to go camping. 50 eastbound and westbound, slowing down up around South Lake if you're coming down there. If you're coming east or westbound down into Sacramento, looking pretty good. Just slowing a little bit around Howe Avenue as we would expect. Other than that, looking pretty clear as you're going through. Back with more right after this. Did I miss something? The Fox Business Report.
If you have an issue with your plumbing, you have a house generator, or maybe your water system, give ABT a call.
Well, I guess we're right.
330-9004. It really is
As easy as ABT. Okay. What's coming up next? Sports ball? Yeah, sports ball. This guy creeps me out. 18 minutes past the top of the hour. 8:18. Coming up in our next segment, sports ball. If you're a Giants fan, yesterday was a good day. If you're an A's fan, yesterday was an even better day. Holy smokes, did the A's show up, and they showed up big time. We'll go through your sports ball scores coming up here. Back now to America's First News, and I'll see you back here at the bottom of the hour. All right. Sports ball. A's. There you go. All right. Back now to editing the news.
Assassination by quote, decided that I can't allow a shooter or potential assassin to force change in scheduling or anything else. Activists gathering in Milwaukee say they'll continue their long-awaited plans for marches and rallies. Flores represents the March on RNC coalition.
I think Trump brings a lot of hate, and I think the shooting has nothing to do with us. And we're going to continue with the marches we plan. But this is not new for us. We've been organizers for many years. We know exactly how to de-escalate, and we're feeling very confident when we're coming into this. We have over 100 marshals that are trained in de-escalation, people that do have experience at like encampments and other intense situations. We have over 30 medics that are actually medically trained. These are not just random people off the street. These are people with healthcare experience. And so these are all preparations that we had before the news yesterday. For the past 2 years, all across this country, we pulled together a broad grouping of community organizations, unions, students, immigrant rights, LGBTQ, anti-war groups, and many others. We have not had safety issues at any of our several marches or events, and we look forward to our family-friendly march tomorrow.
Trump told the Washington Examiner that he's rewritten his speech he was set to deliver on Thursday. The presumptive Republican presidential nominee says he'll now call for a new effort at national unity, noting that people with different political views have called on him. Several in his orbit have called for Trump to tone it down. With around 350,000 homes and businesses still without power in the Houston area, almost a week after Hurricane Beryl hit Texas, Governor Greg Abbott Sunday said he's demanding an investigation into the response of the utility that serves the area, as well as answers about its preparations for upcoming storms.
Power companies along the Gulf Coast must be prepared to deal with hurricanes. To state the obvious, early appearances, however, suggest that some power companies are not adequately prepared for a hurricane like Beryl. CenterPoint, in particular, has repeatedly failed to deliver power to customers for extended periods. To accelerate that process and to make sure that we look into exactly what has happened and what must be done correctly, I am sending a letter to Thomas Gleason today. Thomas Gleason is the chairman of the Public Utilities Commission, and the letter
requires the PUC to undertake an investigation of exactly what has happened by Centerpoint, find out what the reason for failure was, what must be done to fix Centerpoint, saying the Sunday News said expecting power to be restored to 90% of its customers by the end of today. The amended its preparation for the storm and said that it brought in about 1,200 additional workers from outside Houston. It has said it would have been unsafe to pre-position those workers inside the predicted storm impact area because Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, I know Centerpoint, who's in an air-conditioned office, is watching. A freight train's coming. You better be prepared. Whether you're at the top or any part of management who oversaw this response or preparation, everybody's job should be on the line. We will not and cannot tolerate this. I'm sitting here looking at this saying that Trump has up on the wall. Is earned by consistent, excellent behavior over long periods of time. Centerpoint once, I would say, was a company that we had confidence in. All of us up here, and we've had many storms, they've responded well. They totally failed in preparation, and they failed in response. They have lost respect. While Centerpoint Energy has restored power to about 1.9 million customers since the storm hit on July 8th, the slow pace of recovery has put the utility under mounting scrutiny, whether it was sufficiently prepared for the storm and people without air conditioning in the serious summer heat. Now to Hollywood, where Shannon Doherty, Beverly Hills 90210 star, whose life and career were filled by illness and tabloid stories, has passed away at the age of 53. After years with breast cancer, Doherty died Saturday, according to a statement from her publicist. Her illness was publicly revealed in a lawsuit filed in 2015 against her business managers. She later shared intimate details of her treatment following a single mastectomy. A native of Memphis, Tennessee, Doherty moved to LA with her family at the age of 7. Within a few years, she became an actor. As a child star, she worked steadily in such TV series as Little House on the Prairie. She detoured as a teen in the big screen in Girls Just Want to Have Fun in the mid-'80s, and Heathers as well. And then in 1990, she won her breakout role as Brenda Walsh in producer Aaron Spellings's teenage melodrama Beverly Hills 90210. As the box office grew and celebrated a second weekend first place, a small horror movie called Long Legs upset the star of a $100 million flight into the movie. Was hardly a surprise as the Universal Animation franchise at $44.7 million pushed the film over the $200 million mark. Long Legs, meanwhile, an original horror by a serial killer starring Michael Burrow and Nicolas Cage, made an estimated $22.6 million, which is the best ever start for indie outfit Neon, which acquired full distribution.
Isn't it scary being a lady at that age?
With just 10 million. U.S. stocks rose after mixed signals on big banks' profits and inflation did little but debt. Wall Street's believe that easier interest rates are on the way. Some data on inflation said prices rose more than most estimates last Monday, economists expected, which was a letdown after down on Thursday. Helping confidence takes time where expectations of high inflation could drive U.S. consumers toward behavior that will push inflation high. That in turn could give the Fed Reserve more the evidence of slowing inflation. Its main interest rate, which is at its highest level in more than 2 decades. President Joe Biden called for the political climate to be toned down after the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. The very latest coming out right here on
am Dr. Nick, and nitric oxide is a gas that's readily made to keep our arteries open by relaxing the blood vessels. By doing this, our circulation is increased, bringing blood, oxygen, and nutrients to every part of your body. Both age and poor diet can lead to a loss of this precious gas, and in turn, blood pressure can go up, energy can go down, and you can get tired. Well, our product, Ultimate Nitric Oxide, easily help fix this lack of nitric oxide. Go to totalwellness.com. That's totalwellness.com. Where we'll help you live and enjoy total wellness. Today's troubled world.
Okay, here we go. Sports ball. A's, Giants, local sports ball. Construction guys outside the window staring in. It's hilarious. 30 seconds, Adam. Oh, I didn't do Lake of the Pines for Daily Dad Jokes. That's funny. Oh, well, we'll do it this time. Here we go. 10 seconds. 209 4580 to 800. 209 4580. And good Monday morning to you. It is July 15th, and it is 30 minutes past the top of the hour, 8:30 a.m. And hey, good morning to you, Lake of the Pines. Currently 76 degrees where you're at right now. Looking for a high today of 96 degrees. There's the sports ball music. Let's get right into it. Starting in the MLB, A's versus the Phillies. Hello, Oakland. Decided to show up big time yesterday. A's take that one 18-3. Lawrence Butler goes yard 3 times for the A's during that game. Holy bananas. 18-3 over the Phillies. That is impressive. A's are going to have a couple days off here. We've got the MLB All-Star break happening here in Texas. That's going to be tomorrow on Tuesday. And the home run derby is today. So wherever you watch the All-Star game, wherever that is, watch the home run derby. All-Star game today, and then the All-Star game is tomorrow. Then they've got Wednesday and Thursday off, and then they'll start a 3-game home series against the Angels. That's on Friday. They'll go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll let you know the radio start times as we get close to that. But yeah, A's, big time yesterday, 18-3 over the Phillies. Giants versus where did the Giants go? Oh, there we go. Giants versus the Twins. Yes, Yastrzemski walks it off for the Giants. They win that one 3-2. Angels versus the Mariners. Angels fly away with that one 3-2. Dodgers versus the Tigers. Hey, Tigers win that one 4-3. St. Louis versus the Cubbies. Cubbies win that one decisively 8-3. Going local here, I've got the Auburn Journal in my hot little hands. Auburn lost Forces if game in NorCal State Tournament. Auburn Little League lost to Turlock American 7-2 on Thursday night and will play a Section 6 representative. Will play the Section 6 representative in an if game for the Northern California Senior Baseball Tournament Championship at Gilroy Sports Park. The champion advances to the West Region Tournament at Laney College in Oakland beginning Tuesday, July 16th. So we'll see how the Auburn team is doing, their senior team there in this NorCal State Tournament. They are going real far. Hope they continue to go. We'll keep you up to date there. Back with more right after this. Okay, Timmy, you're up. Ugh. 33 minutes past the top of the hour, 8:33 a.m. Gang, that is going to do it for me today. Tomorrow, we're going to have your Auburn Meddlers meeting. That's right, the Chamber of Commerce meeting. Always interesting to tune in going on in our area. And who will the guest speaker be? I don't know. We'll find that out together. The folks from Yeti Tavern here in Auburn are going to join me in the studio tomorrow. Yeti Tavern, have you been back there? Have you been there? Have you seen all the different ice cream flavors? Spoiler alert, they've got a billboard right here as you're entering into Auburn, in Old Town Auburn. So yeah, we're going to talk to them, see what their deal is all about. Might even have a pinball machine in there, I think. We'll talk to them tomorrow. Lots more happening. We're going to finish out the hour with America's First News and the O'Reilly Report. Have a great day. Remember to be kind, be honest, be yourself. And remember, you can't hate somebody if you're hugging them. Let's have some unity here in America. I will see you back tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day. All right, here we go. Be kind, be honest, be yourself. And remember, you can't hate somebody if you're hugging them. By the way, do we have Yeti Tavern confirmed for tomorrow? I hope we do. I mean, it's on the calendar, so I'm going to say that it is confirmed. Close this out. Reply to Linda here. Delete, close out the mail, closing out the emails. 1, 2, closing out the emails. 3, 4. Okay. Here. I'll remember to charge my iPad. Otherwise, I might be in trouble tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.